Evan Lazar coming to you from Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots have just wrapped up day 3 of organized team activities that were open to the media. And the quarterbacks without Cam Newton at Patriots practice due to that hand injury were led by Jarrett Stidham. He was the first QB in the huddle for New England, but Brian Hoyer was actually the quarterback that stole the show. And then we got to see and hear from quarterback Mac Jones after practice. But starting with the rookie Jones, I think what he said after practice really holds true to the things that we're seeing out on the practice field. Jones talking about overthinking and learning a complex playbook and the struggles and the growing pains that he's going through right now with the Pats playbook. And you see out at practice just a propensity or a lack of willingness to push the ball down the field. A lot of checkdowns, a lot of short throws, and there are some glimpses sprinkled in there of the Alabama Mac Jones. But right now you're seeing a rookie quarterback, like a lot of rookies across the entire NFL, that is swimming a little bit in the complexities of the Pats playbook and not just letting the ball fly or letting it rip down the field. So that's something that I like to see from Mac Jones as we progress here a little bit more. It's way too early now to judge him on what we're seeing in OTA practices without pads and without any real live action. But as we progress into the summer and into training camp, Jones is going to have to let it rip just a little bit more down the field and not fall in love with his checkdowns as much as he has in these 3 sessions that we have seen. There was one play that I thought we saw a glimpse of that Alabama Mac Jones in, though. It was early on in practice. The defense came to the line of scrimmage with 5 players lined up across the line, giving Jones all sorts of blitz threats. He communicated with center David Andrews, looked at wide receiver Kendrick Bourne, snapped the football, hit Bourne on a slant route coming over the middle in stride that would have led to a bunch of yards after the catch. So there are those moments where you say that's the first round pick that the Patriots took, but certainly still a lot of progress needs to be made for Mac Jones between now and the start of the season if we're going to talk about him starting week 1. Now, along with Mac Jones, Brian Hoyer had the best day at Patriots camp on Thursday, making 3 terrific downfield throws. The first one being a corner route or a deep post pattern, to Isaiah Zuber right down the middle of the field. Zuber got inside of Adrian Colbert, the safety for the Patriots, and Hoyer let it rip down the field. Then later on, he came back to Kendrick Bourne on a crossing pattern, put that right over D'Angelo Ross and into the midst of Kendrick Bourne along the sideline, and then he ended practice with a dart up the seam to tight end Devin Asiasi that traveled over 25 yards in the air. So a little bit of everything from the Patriots quarterbacks on Thursday. Jarrett Stidham leading the Pats QBs in terms of reps. Mac Jones doing a little bit of everything at practice, the ups and downs that we see from a rookie, and then speaking after the practice session on Thursday, and then Brian Hoyer, the veteran QB, bringing that gunslinger mentality to OTA. So we'll have a lot more coverage from Patriots practice on Thursday on our YouTube channel, Patriots Press Pass. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube for our coverage this week and next week at Mandatory Minicamp. I'm Evan Lazar for CLNS Media. Thanks for watching.